Descendia, the new game mode coming to Warframe with the next big update. Okay, that's the new game mode. They touched on it in the dev stream. They mentioned about it, and I mentioned a little bit about it in the dev stream recap. Feel free to check out that video for everything they mentioned. But this is interesting. Okay, this is the first time Warframe has done something like this. I guess you could argue that elements drawn from Sanctuary Onslaught, but at its core it is a kind of climb the tower type game mode, but instead of climbing the tower, as its name Descendia may imply, you descend lower in the tower. There's enemies in every way, almost every way, but they are apparently doing some surprise things, like that one beat the timer type race type thing, and then the whole thing, there's probably gonna be a defense mission somewhere in there. So I assume they're gonna keep it fresh. Picture something like the circuit meets Sanctuary Onslaught, but lower wave. Now, I'll be honest, I hope it mostly exterminate, because I'd rather just have exterminate wave after wave instead of all these kinds of odd, weird challenges to keep it quote unquote fresh. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts, comment section below. But I think that, it's good that Warframe is experimenting again. They're experimenting with a lot. Oh, and the rewards you see on screen apparently are just placeholders, but there will be a still path version as well as the regular version. Now, I have no clue what you get for completing the whole tower. Apparently, it's going to have, as of right now, 21 levels, and every 7 levels is like a checkpoint you get. So that's pretty cool. They're experimenting with checkpoints too, it seems like. And yeah, it just seems like it could be fun. If there's actually good rewards, then I feel like it will be something people will do regularly, just because Warframe is that kind of game in nature. And they didn't say whether it was public matchmaking, but basically I did talk to DE a bit about that, and I don't know. They don't know for sure, but there's a good chance it could be public matchmaking, which I do like that idea. I'm not sure how the whole racing the time thing will work with public matchmaking, if everyone will have to complete it or just one person. But I guess we'll see. So yeah, I don't know. I have thoughts about this. I was going to say I don't know what I think about it, but I do actually know what I think about this. I think it's cool overall, okay? I like the premise. I also like the fact that Warframe is becoming like a mix and match of different game mode type thing. But what I am in two minds about is, on one hand, I want there to be awesome rewards that make it worth doing this every week, because it's going to be part of like a weekly reset type deal. I think it's going to reset once a week. I don't know if that means different rewards or if the rewards are randomized for everyone. I don't know any of that. But the second thing, and I feel like I should mention that, which is I don't know if I want it to have extremely good rewards, like super good rewards, because of the fact that it seems like we're doing like a Mortal Kombat climb the tower type thing, whatnot. And I don't know how many people are into the idea of that. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I do think it's good that Warframe is trying new things. I honestly do. But at the same time, I don't want to sort of, turn people off to the idea of Warframe if they wanted strictly just Warframe content the way we have and or had it in the beginning. Just straight up Warframes fighting whatever. I know in the beginning, revealing that there was an operator and drifter later on that controlled the Warframes, and it wasn't us controlling the Warframes, but an operator drifter that controlled the Warframe type thing. I know that put quite a bit of people off. I actually know a few people that quit Warframe because the operator/drifter was introduced, and it was an optional thing. You could just not use the operator until it wasn't. And that's when the new war came and introduced, you basically have to use the drifter type operator. It was actually it's no spoiler. But anyway, yeah. So that's the thing with that. And then when Divide Paradox came out, that was one of those things that didn't really bother most people because you could always just not do Divide Paradox content after the main time you did it or whatever. But then the next thing came out, which was oh yeah, the Warframe 1999. Okay, now that a lot of people didn't mind the story but don't like the romance system. But the romance system is optional, so that's kind of a moot point there. So, and I'm glad they made the romance system optional. In fact, there are no real rewards for the romance system besides like a little bit of lore and the romance itself. And then we have this, which is, I feel like people may like it. I don't know. Let me know comment section below. I've rambled on for quite a bit, rambled on way longer than I meant to. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this system that is coming, this new game mode. It's called a game mode, but I think it's a whole new system. Interesting. Are they going to add more towers in the future? Who knows? Let me know your thoughts, comment section below, and I'll catch you guys